Greetings, my dear ones. Today I want to tell you 5 wise stories. They will help you on the way to God or just remind you of the truth. So, let's get started. An old man wanderer came to one village once. He began to walk around the courtyards and beg for alms. I knocked on one house. The compassionate hostess brought out warm clothes, utensils, and food for the wanderer. She gave everything, no matter what he asked. He knocked on another house, and there the greedy hostess gave him only a leaky handkerchief and quickly slammed the door in his face. As soon as the old man wanderer left, a terrible fire happened in that village. Every single house burned down, and people were left with nothing. Then the wanderer returned to the village and returned to everyone everything that was given to him. He gave all her goods to the first mistress, and the greedy one got only her handkerchief with holes like a sieve. One day, a young married couple brought their spiritual father 1,000. It was a lot of money back then. The priest did not accept them, but blessed them to give to the first person he met on the way to the station. This counter turned out to be a completely drunk man. The young woman said to her husband in confusion, "What should we do?" However, he calmly replied, "We will act according to the Father." As soon as they handed the money to this man, he immediately sobered up. "Darling, how can I thank you? You saved me from death." It turned out that this unfortunate man worked in trade, and he had a shortage of exactly that amount. There was no money at home, and he was facing jail. He became desperate and decided to commit suicide. I drank a lot to be brave. The priest who saved his life in such an unusual way was Saint Seraphim Vyritsky. Once, a hunter, traveling through the desert in search of prey, met a group of monks who were working on collecting firewood for the monastery. The monk Anthony the Great was with them. He was telling the brothers something funny, and everyone was laughing. The hunter approached the monks and asked him, "How is it that you, Holy Father, tell something funny to the brethren, while monks, as you know, should be impassive?" The monk smiled and replied, "Here you have a bow. Pull it on," and the hunter pulled the bowstring. "Stronger," said Abba Anthony. The hunter pulled harder. "Even harder. You can't do it any harder. The bowstring will burst." So is the soul of a monk. If you pull it over the limit, it may not withstand the strain and fall. Having fun with the brethren, I give rest to their souls, and they gather strength to accomplish new feats for the sake of the Lord. The hunter liked the explanation, and he thanked the saint and went to continue his hunt. A priest's wife, whom he loved very much, died. The bitterness of the loss proved too much for him, and he began to drink. Every day he remembered her in his prayers, but he sank deeper and deeper into the quagmire of alcoholism. One day his parishioner called this priest and told him that his dead wife came to her in a dream and treated her to vodka. "But you've never drunk in your lifetime," the parishioner was surprised. "In a dream." "Now I have to do it," the deceased replied. And she added, "Call my husband, tell him about it." The parishioner's story shocked the priest so much that he stopped drinking forever. Subsequently, he became a monk and then became Bishop of San Francisco in Western America. In 1995, the Bishop of the Orthodox Church in America, Vasily Rodzianko, once again came to Russia and was invited by a very young priest to a deaf parish in the Kostroma province. We drove in 2 cars. Vladika's Moscow friends helped us get to the distant parish. Suddenly, the car stopped. There was an accident on the highway a minute ago. A motorcycle with 2 riders crashed into a truck. An elderly man was lying dead on the road. The truck driver and the second motorcyclist stood over him in a daze. The young man, as it turned out later his son, clutching a motorcycle helmet in his hands, was crying. "I am a priest," Vladika Vasily said, hugging him by the shoulders. "If your father was a believer, now you need to make special prayers." "Yes, please do everything right. The father was a believer. He never went to church. All the churches around have long been destroyed. However, he said that he had a confessor." It's amazing. How is it that you have not been to church, but had a confessor? He has been listening to Rel every day for many years. Thanks for watching. See you later.